guys, I'm Laura Vitale. On this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, we're gonna roll with it. Get it? You didn't get it yet? The title should tell you. Get it? We're gonna make some raspberries and cream rolls. It's been a while since I've made rolls, and they're truly one of our favorite things in the world. And you guys love them too. They do so well here on Laura in the Kitchen. These are so good. You're gonna absolutely love them. I can't think of anything better than these on a warm day with a cool drink or some tea or something outside. Dynamite. So easy. Let me run you through the list of ingredients because it's not very big. This is what you'll need for the dough. Active dry yeast, pinch of sugar, all-purpose flour, more sugar, pinch of salt, egg, melted butter. I've got a mixture here of whole milk and some water that I just warmed up in the microwave. You want it to be about 115 degrees Fahrenheit, not too hot, not too cold. To it, I'm going to add my yeast and my sugar to activate the yeast. Give that a little stir. And I am just going to set this aside. Now, if you've been with me for a long time, then you know that I'm obsessed with my cinnamon roll dough, and I use it for just about everything that requires a roll because it's just perfect. It's pillowy, it's soft, it's decadent, it's not too sweet, and it pairs with every filling that you want to make. So that's why I love it for this recipe because it just soaks up the raspberries and the cream, and it's just, I'm telling you, it's dynamite. So in the bowl of my standing mixer, I'm just going to add my dry ingredients, and I'm going to give these a quick little whiskeroo just to combine them. And once the yeast is ready, we'll add everything else and get it going. That's it. All right, now I can pretty much add everything else: the butter, the milk, the water mixture, the egg, and a splash of vanilla. And I'm just going to put this on, the mixer with my dough hook for a few minutes until the dough comes together. And what I did was I took the same bowl that I had the dry ingredients in. I don't even clean it out. I just brush it with a little bit of vegetable oil because that's all it needs. And that will be ready for this. And I'm just going to get this going. I'm going to grab my hook in the back and I'll show you what it looks like when it's there. All right, this looks perfect. So this took about 4 minutes. Come on, about 4 minutes. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's not sticky. It's exactly how I want it. Okay, now I'm gonna go put this in my oiled bowl, cover it with plastic wrap, put it somewhere to double until, put it somewhere to rise until it's doubled in size. That's all I was trying to get out. So I'm gonna go do that, and then I'll show you the filling and yada yada. My dough looks great. It's almost doubled in size, so that's fantastic. Let's work on the filling for everything. But I've also decided I'm going to name these raspberry cheesecake rolls because it's kind of what they taste like. They taste like a raspberry cheesecake in a roll, so that's what I'm going to call them. All right, so there's a few components of your filling. You need your cream cheese filling. For that, you need cream cheese that's been softened to room temperature and some sugar. And you can see that's important that it's softened, otherwise you would not be able to do that. You want to make sure that it's really nice and easy to work with. And I'm just going to give it a little mix. To it, I'm going to add a splash of good vanilla, just a splash, and a little lemon zest. This to me really makes something taste like a fruity cheesecake because I always put a little lemon zest into any plain cheesecake, not like a chocolate cheesecake, but anything that's got like a fruit base or just a plain cheesecake. I think it makes a world of a difference. Even in like cheese danishes, I just think it makes it so much better. And then I'm going to add just a splash of milk, about a tablespoon. I just want this to be really nice and easy to spread. So that's perfect. So now I'm going to just set this aside and work on the other filling, the other portion of the filling. Okay, you've got fresh raspberries. To the fresh raspberries, you're gonna add a mixture of cornstarch and sugar. So I'm just mixing the two together really quickly. And I'm gonna coat my fresh raspberries with it. My dough looks incredible. I just kind of dump that on a lightly floured surface. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of flour on top because I wanna roll this into a rectangle. So I'm just going to do that carefully. This looks great, and this really is the most forgiving, easiest dough to work with. So it's it's really a breeze to make any kind of roll with it because you're not gonna struggle with this dough. Now what I'm doing is I'm taking a little bit of butter and I'm just brushing it evenly. I want it really nice and soft so that I can easily brush it all over the whole surface of my dough. Then you're just gonna sprinkle a couple tablespoons of sugar. I know it seems like a lot of sugar, but we don't have a lot of sugar in the dough, and it's kind of spread out throughout all three components. Then you go in with your cream cheese mixture. Get every single teeny tiny bit out of your bowl. I don't want to leave it behind. I'm just going to use this to help me get it out off my spatula, and then you just want to spread this nice and evenly. And then the last and final step is to just kind of spread your raspberries over the top. You don't want to add too many raspberries because it will make it a bit difficult for you to roll, and then it'll be too much liquid. And you can see I'm leaving a little bit of a border here because I'm going to roll this and it's going to be easier for me to do that. And now you just carefully roll these babies up. Then you want to get about 18 equal size rolls. Oh, I'm sorry, 16. So it'll be 8 on either side, like that. And I just put them into rows of 4. And this is just a really large baking sheet that I've lined with some parchment. I've sprayed with a little bit of spray. And I just pop them on there like so. All right, last one. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly cover this with some plastic wrap. You can also use like a lint-free kitchen towel. And I'm going to let these rest for a good 45 minutes. And I'll show you what they look like before they go into the oven. They're beautiful though, right? These have rested for about 40 minutes. I'm going to pop these into a 350-degree oven until golden brown all around. Are these magnificent or what? They were in the oven for 30 minutes. They came out. I'll let them cool a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, they're still warm. I put a few raspberries on top, a little powdered sugar, and I mean, they smell like incredible. Now, you know, ordinarily I would do a cream cheese glaze, but because there's a cream cheese filling, I just felt like there was too much cream cheese when I tried it with the glaze, so I just think a little powdered sugar is perfect. Now, you know I would go into one of these, but I'm just really afraid that I would, well, who's going to judge me if I break one, right? Ain't nobody going to judge me because they're still quite warm. If I would wait like a patient person, then we wouldn't have a problem. But you know what? I like living on the edge. Who doesn't like living on the edge? Ooh. Oh my word. Oh my word. There's stickiness. There's jamminess. Are you looking at that? Uh-huh, uh-huh. Oh, food angels above. Oh, they're so, look at the pillowiness of the dough. And then oh. We are so in love. No words. LauraInTheKitchen.com has a recipe written for you. Just go make it. Just go. I got nothing else to say. You just have to make these right now this weekend, because if you don't, you're missing out on the best eating opportunity you're going to have this month. I hope you enjoy spending time with me. I'll see you next time. Come in for a bite. Come on.